Got more food ideas, dude.
I was just sitting here and I was really stressing out in a psychic way. And I threw up in my bed. I didn't
Oh
even drink that
shit.
much alcohol. Well, I had one beer. And I threw up. I like blew up. And it came out. It was because I was using my vaping, scratching my throat. And I threw up here.
Holy
And
shit.
I got the bag, got on my hand. And I held it in the bag. And I was carefully able to get it in a side of the bag effect, like turn sideways, not even open, and then fold it up into a thing that's holding it, and then get another bag and shake it with the other hand, and get the bag in there without getting too much of it on the floor. And then I picked it up with paper towels and look where it was at on my pants. It was like right here on my pants, and it got on the floor in here and over here and here, and
Okay.
because when I went over here, it got a spot on the floor. And then I got Clorox, and I sprayed all the Clorox. I sprayed my pants with Clorox around every place so I could remember it was at. And I wiped off the Clorox, soak up the Clorox on my pants and the bed. My shirt was up. It was very easy to clean my bed because I had my shirt up over
This
my
guy's
bed.
retarded.
I know.
Yeah, he is.
And I attribute this to being psychically vulnerable to a putrid feeling in a psychic way, like it was a nervous thing, but it feels psychic. Okay, but enough about that. Today we're going to talk about Japanese grandma. Yeah, we're going to talk about my brilliant idea for Japanese grandma restaurants. And how they're gonna come about.
Oh, this
I'm gonna
Japanese
make
grandma
movies, talk
thing
about it a lot,
with the buns.
and make movies about opening up for people to make Japanese grandmas. Make a movie about opening up a Japanese grandma, but it's like you asking everyone to do it because I don't want to own a restaurant. I want to own a stock value to give to my family as a gift to my family. They own stock in the Japanese grandma restaurant. Everyone that had related to Japanese grandma gets stock, and that's attributed to my family, my success, and that's what you give to your family, divided it up. That these get a small share in the corporate stockhold of the franchise. When it
Setting up
becomes a
generational
franchise,
wealth.
when people want to buy a copy of the
Pay off the
restaurant,
debt with
and
the
people are
food
buying
program.
copies of the restaurant to put in
Gonna
trendy
be
places that you
dollar
can get Japanese
chips
grandma food
everywhere.
there.
Nobody's gonna be hungry.
Is a sticky white. It's sushi rice restaurant where you can get a bowl of sushi rice. Japanese grandma has a mentality that's catering to picky eaters. She's gonna be very careful that everyone understands their food because some of it could be kind of complicated if you didn't understand it, and there can be something you don't understand for a long time until you try it. Because Japanese grandma caters to picky eaters. Japanese grandma has fruit bowls. That's something that she doesn't make, but I'm adding fruit bowls because my company owns these
real
sauces
place
that
or
taste
some
good
shit
on white
he's
rice.
making up.
Candy cinnamon is for fruit bowls. The hazelnut mint is for fruit bowls, and they also put that to make the curry. Some people make their stir fry, not the curry, the stir fry sweet. That also tastes good in the stir fry. And we sell these vegetable stir fries. We grow them up like you cooking a fast food place where you get the order and then you open the packs and you just grow them up in like 50 seconds to a minute while you grilling them up. And just put them in a little bowl, put the whole thing that was in the bag in a bowl. And then depending on what vegetables you got, that's just stir fried the vegetables. And you have to add a separate scoop for the meat. And the same with the curry. You have to buy your meat as a separate scoop. And you can get the curry, the vegetable curry. I don't know if Japanese grandma made a curry. If there was something different than that, like, or a different kind of curry, but I just know that's probably just the basic curry that we have. It tastes good in white rice. It's the vegetable base. The vegetables could be different in a different curry. They could have different vegetables in a different curry that I haven't had. I eat it with potatoes, carrots, and peas. And it's a curry. And it's the meat, and we would cook our curry with curries, but you have to add the meat separate. And the meat is genius. You can get the cooked meat, the grilled meat, and the curry meat. You can get curry cooked and grilled on most things, including shrimp. It's depending how much. It's like $3 to $5.99 a scoop, depending upon what the meat is. Because I think the curry shrimp might be a little bit I don't know, or $4.99 for it's a scoop of meat. To add meat is a separate thing, like a large scoop and a small scoop, because
Jesus
it could
Christ, this is
go
disorienting.
like $4
Yeah,
to
no, the last one
$6
was
or
really
$3 and
disorienting too. You don't
$5,
even know what to comment
depending
on it
upon
because
if
you're like
you're
trying
getting
to
a lot of
keep
meat
up
or a
with
little
what
bit
he's
of
trying
meat.
to say and what he's telling
And
you.
it's sold separately. It's
But
all
it's like saying it
individually
so
cooked. They have the cooked, the
slowly and
grilled, and the curry
stupidly at the
meat.
same time.
The
And it's
slow
like,
cooked meat is slow cooked in curry sauce.
Trying to
what are
figure,
you?
like, what are you trying to visualize,
Or
like,
if we
what
had something
he's
different, there's
saying?
also
Like, it's like he's
a
Why he's
different kind of
saying
curry
it?
that was more like a stew or something. Or they could have a
like,
different
what
meat.
is all this?
Like
And, like, we're all gonna get shares in the
I
company?
don't know.
Who's Japanese
And they have
grandma?
curry, stir
That's
fry.
the
Kitchen
brand.
toppings is smart too, because
His
we can sell
brand
cans of
or
tuna.
a
How much is a
brand?
can of tuna at the store? Is
His.
like $2.
Oh,
Or it was like the
well,
same
that's even
price as a
more
can of
insane.
tuna, or
Like,
just
it's like,
maybe like 20
did
cents
you
more than
see
a
the
can of
last one?
tuna
Were you
at
here for the last one,
Walmart,
dude?
or 30 cents more than
No,
Talking about
Walmart.
how he's gonna
And you
grow
get a can of tuna
vegetables
there
and,
that
like,
has an original label for the
how the
restaurant.
government's gonna
It has the
subsidize it,
restaurant
and like there's gonna
label,
be like chips
and it's
and
where you go to get
pretzels
away.
in
We have
stores
we
everywhere that are gonna be
individually serve
$2, and the government's
everything,
gonna get
like
25 cents of every
whatever you have your
bag
vegetables,
sold.
and if it's curry or stir fry, is in a separate
Like he says,
container than the
it
meat,
says
and a
great.
separate
What
container
was the
than the
plan
rice.
that FDR
And it's
used to
all
get us
broken
out of
up
the
into
Great
separate
Depression?
containers. You have to get
It's
the
his
mixing
version of that.
bowls, which are like these plates. They're larger They look plates, probably as large as a paper plate with a side on it that prevents the. They're called mixing bowls. Give it like a rim to the side of it.
Jesus
So I want
Christ.
to call them mixing bowls. And you just put them there with forks and spoons and straws. And
This isn't
the
mixing well with the
condiments, they will
gummies.
have our
No.
soy sauces. We also
Are you like
we have soy
hallucinating off
sauce.
of them
I
or
don't know.
no?
We're gonna make a really mild soy sauce. I
No,
don't like
it's
sharp
just like
soy sauce. We're gonna have
a,
a lighter soy sauce
a
that can also be
chill,
mixed with
kind
something
of
else,
cool
like a dip or
euphoria.
something. I know. It can be a soy sauce, like a lighter soy sauce, a more
No, it's
milder
just
soy
like
sauce,
a
and then you have the hot wasabi, the mild
glow.
wasabi, the curry, and the candy cinnamon and the hazelnut. These are the sauces
But
that
this
are
guy
for
is very
kitchen
unpleasant.
toppings, or
Yeah,
more
he is.
like
Yeah.
Daiko.
He's unpleasant to
I have
look
an
at.
idea.
He's
This is not
unpleasant to
about
listen
ambrosia,
to.
but I have an idea for
But
introducing a new flavor called
He probably doesn't
ambrosia,
smell
which
real
is
good
ginger
either.
and an aquatic vegetable. Now, I don't exactly know what it is. Based upon what it looks like in the packaging, I think these are long things that grow in the ocean, and they cut them off and they shape them up and they pickle them. And
what?
it's a really delicious vegetable that's a pickle that tastes like the ocean flavor. And I want to
What?
make that a new flavor that even have chips that just be ambrosia flavor, or anything that they want to use your name for. After you introduce it, get the right contract to have people know what the flavor is, and they're calling it your name. Then companies need to use your name to use the flavor. Some companies can try something else with the same product, but we want to have the famous brand, so we can't do that as one of the first things. You want to have the famous brand that gets to name the flavor, and you're introducing it as these bars of butter. You make the bars of
Running
butter
is
in the
very
cookbook.
rough.
It makes a salad dressing a 1-to-1 with butter, and it can also be cooked so many ways to make like an ocean vegetable taste. Pickle ocean vegetable taste to different, like chicken and different things. Okay, back to Japanese grandma. Japanese grandma has egg yolk cookies. They're these cookies. My Japanese grandma made sugar cookies with egg yolk on them. We have to make them really good with a good solid shell, and you make these cookies that have egg yolk cookies. And I can also sell those as a product, having the rights to sell those reserved in Galkiz for having. If it was like the Japanese grandma style tempura, and that's what we're getting to next, the tempura, I don't even know if we would reserve the right to that, or we would let someone else make that, or with the Japanese grandma, how that would go, because I don't want to be too strict on the licensing agreements. If someone wants tempura, I don't want to get into frozen tempura. I know. but they have
So
tempura
he
at
doesn't
Japanese
want to
grandma.
own the
That's
restaurant,
mushrooms.
but he wants complete
They
creative
It's
control.
like the York
Yeah.
Fair, because it's not even my food. It's the mushrooms, the cauliflower, the zucchini, and instead of onion rings, we're gonna have carrots, because my real grandma made carrots and onion rings. Looks like a fast food restaurant. So if you add pieces of carrots, that were the cheap ones, and make them different prices. Make the smalls between 3 and 450, and make the regulars, and make the larges.
He has no idea how much the overhead on this person
5
is.
and 8.
He has no idea about any of that now.
And you will have like a tempura. Yeah, it's like a deep fried. It's fair food except for the carrots. I eat those at the fair. I don't like the zucchini. I like the mushrooms. I like the mushrooms. I don't like the zucchini. I like the mushrooms, and I like the cauliflower a lot. And I get onion rings too. And
He's gonna throw
there's
up.
gonna be a candy rack.
Yeah,
where
he
they
just
have
pukes
candy
again.
out. Japanese grandma. They have all these Japanese candies and snacks and stuff like that. I know. And Japanese grandma has, it's the sushi wraps. They make frozen sushi that's cheap. They make cheap frozen sushi sandwiches. That's like their value menu
Why?
sandwich.
What is he
It's like
talking
a
about?
$5 burrito. That's like it's on the value menu. Somehow it's $5, or it's like $4.49 for the frozen burrito, or $5. You can start out at $4.49 and see if you can sell enough of them to keep selling them at that. If you don't sell enough of them, they're gonna go up. If they don't sell a lot, they just make them easily and have an easy product for $4.49. Or I don't know. It's it's like a large. It's like a burrito of rice. It's like a sushi burrito, and you can make them. I have one that tastes like egg and ocean egg one, and the other one would taste American. How it would have like a tofu and cucumber, and the rice, the microwave rice. If you freeze it right away when it's hot, it soaks up a lot of moisture. And when you microwave that, it's going to get real juicy and wet. It's wet sushi. The microwave ones, if you want the drier sushi, you have to ask them to make it fresh for like 2 hours more.
Why are you microwaving sushi?
The way you said that, just the way you said.
Or you get the same one for $2 more.
$2 more,
make
and it's
it
fresh.
Only the sushi chef is allowed to touch the rice. If you want to taste the rice, they have to put it in a little cup. The sushi rice,
This is crazy.
The sushi chef can make rice
I
balls
love it,
with their
though.
hands, and they can also touch. They can make rice balls with their hands. They can also
Alex Speed,
make
he
the
was on
sushi with
cough
their
surf
hands.
instead of
And any problem, it's like just
whatever
a
the fuck he
regular
was
bowl that
on.
only the sushi
Yeah.
chef can touch the rice. And they do make rice balls. You can get a rice ball in the value menu too. It's like 50 cents left for the same amount of rice as a small rice. And it's like 50 cents less to get it as a rice ball, small rice. And trying to think of what else will be on that menu. And the tempura, the fruit. I made sure we have fruit, but I didn't know how to do the fruit rolls. But I'm just gonna say we have 2 fruit rolls. They're little plastic containers. Everything's served separately. Japanese grandma really cares about picky eaters being able to put together your own meal based on seeing everything different. Kitchen toppings. We just sell daiko, that one vegetable. You can get like 3 slices of that.
Specifically, everything he just said.
We can try kitchen toppings, and we'll sell them
But for
like
picky
condiments.
eaters.
But
Yeah.
these are the expensive condiments that are in the back. If you want the condiments in the front, you can get the Japanese soy sauces. Japanese Grandma is a franchise that's free. It's a free franchise.
What?
Anyone can start it, and you can compete to be a corporate overlord. If you do a good restaurant, if you do a good Japanese grandma restaurant, and people want copies of your restaurant, or if you partner up and make an agreement to have styles and how you keep things, how you figure out how to do things, if there's partners, you can be corporate overlords to a McDonald's or Taco Bell or a Chipotle, and now you have Japanese grandma, It's supposed to be fast, convenient food. You have to call them in advance if you have a lot of people, because you have to put a lot of rice on the grill. You
You
have
gotta
to
call
make
in
extra rice
advance.
cookers. If you're coming in with like more
So
than
you
6
put
people, you
rice
have
on
to
the
call in
grill?
like a half an hour in advance, so they put on more rice in the rice cooker, so they can cook that
You
extra
gotta
rice.
let them know so they put on the rice, dude. Holy shit. Oh my fucking word.
Oh my god.
Got another. Okay.
Hi, YouTube. I
CBD
am
review.
at the CBD store, and I am
His
going
little
to
tassel's
make
falling off
content
there.
looking at the products on this side of the wall, and I might be able to put that into the 567 followers movie, because it cuts out that part, because I was way too high on that gummy for the first time to make a good video. No, I haven't had the chews. I've had gummies. They came in a container like this, but they were HHC gummies. And I had taffy. I don't see the taffy. And this is the Zen Master brand. This is the same brand we get our HHC in, and this is their edibles. If we come over here, we can look at this is the product that I use for a more intelligent, make me think better, be more creative. When you're just, and remember, you can't use this too much. You can't abuse it. If you just use it a little, like once a day or not every day, you can have a high from it that's comparatively greater than using it every day. You can get an effect from that. If we come back here, these are the gummies that are in the movie. These are the same gummies that are in the movie. They're just different flavors, but they'll have the same effect. I came here to get one of these today. It's 30 gummies or 35 gummies for about $70. Or you can get the small packs is 2 for $8. It costs $2 a gummy to get a large one, $4 a gummy to get a small 2-pack.
Resin gummies. Knockout.
And I don't, this is some kind of energy drink. I don't know what that is. Oh my god. I think I had these before. I went to the hospital one day when I was worried about getting Ebola, and I took one of these gummies.
Wait, what do you say?
And I was waiting a long time, but it didn't feel like that, because this gummy was able to make me feel like I was having a good time while I was there. So it wasn't that bad.
Hexahydric.
I don't know what that is. That might be the battery for it. And that is, it says,
I have no idea what that is.
spending money on something I never had before, especially if you're doing it for a CBD, because all the CBDs work differently and do different things. This is THCA. This is just weed in a little container. This is the weed that they cut off prematurely, and they flash freeze it, and that allows the THC to grow.
What?
And as long as you cut it off before it develops naturally.
Yeah, what is it? What? That sounds insane.
Apparently, is the state law.
Yeah, like what?
So they cut it off early. They cut the plant up early, and they freeze it.
It's female hemp grown inside.
Thinks that they freeze it to allow the THC to grow.
These little containers.
No, they can cryo freeze it, and it preserves the terpenes, but that's about it.
Yeah. They have CBGBs.
I can't. How many grams are in these THCA tins?
It varies. So
imagine having to
Give
deal
me
with this
numbers.
fucker.
Okay. And you can see that right here. And then you can see.
How much is that?
This
Oh,
one's
so but by depending upon the percentages per the quality, it changes how much you can
He
get
does
off
sound
the
like
same
he's
price.
trying to squeeze one out.
Yes, everybody's body reacts to different cannabinoids.
Okay.
Holy
differently.
fucking shit.
Okay.
So you might want something with higher CBD levels or higher CBG or lower, etc.
Okay. Yeah, that has that broken up into like nutritional guide kind of simulation of the THCA, and that tells you exactly what the chemicals are in there, the THCA and everything. Yeah, thank you.
Better buy something.
You
Talk
won't.
about these. I have one of these right now at home, so I don't need this. One of these can last me about 2 months of daily use. Daily use. One of these is about 2 months, and they cost $70. How $70? $60 for these. And these are the pre-rolls. These are the store brand pre-rolls. There's 2 pre-rolls per container. These are Herb Brands pre-rolls. I didn't like these. These are 5 per container. I think these are 25 last time I checked, and these are 20 for 2. This is a very special pre-roll. There's just one.
Yeah, these customers are terrible. Like,
I wouldn't
touch everything on the shelf. Coming in. Everything.
look.
It's all set up so like people can look at
it,
it, and he just touches it all and fucks it all
It
up.
would look like
He
Yeah.
probably has to go over there and
THCA
touch it and fix it after he leaves. Every time.
And
Or fit it with the stuff that they don't
I
own
had
in the
one of these
cartoon
before.
voice.
I thought
Yeah.
it was unhealthy, but
Dude,
it
the
gave me
cartoon
Goddamn it.
voice. You get
I
people
hate that
coming in
kid.
the cartoon
it was so
voice.
powerful, babe. I have a coughing problem. Probably
He's not even the
next to
kid.
my
He's
throat
like
Just a guy.
he's like
or
32.
emphysema.
That just does
He's
a
like a kid-
cartoon voice.
The thyroid
Yeah, no,
doctor
I
know.
that made it sound like I
Yeah,
had
that's
He
like
just didn't
infection
grow
in my
up.
throat based on how
It's
he was
like a
describing
nervous
vaping
thing.
Problems.
Yeah.
Okay, I deleted the one that we were just at the CBD store. Now we're home from the CBD store. I'm thinking about all my ideas and things like that. Oh, on the meals, the dry meals, one of the packaging is themed around survival food. It's like a boys and a girls toy food, dry meals, goth kids kitchen. The other one is like a cutesy kind of pet food, like you're feeding homeless people dry meals, like they're animals. And we just got the dry meals, and the cute one, whether it's the girls one or the boys one, the cute one or the survival food one, is the product, and in the individual products, I said it before, the vegetable ones are supposed to make exciting new vegan food that you can buy right with the jerky in the front of the store, and these have ECO on them. And okay, we don't make meat by itself, because we make the vegetables and the desserts, and we can sell. No, I'm thinking if you're gonna make the single package just be one piece, it's longer, a little bit, it weighs a little bit more than the squares that are in the meals, the 3-piece meals. You can get the vegetable jerkies, the fruits, and eventually it took a while to get the dry pudding, but eventually they came out with the dry pudding. I have a prophecy that we're going to get into a legal battle with the if U.S. government goes through with it, U.S. government follows through, and they have this exciting idea. They promised me the packaging. I could do the packaging. They promised me I can control the packaging for 12 years. And okay, in disclaimer, I'm talking about.
She was doing more than that,
I'm
blogger.
talking
She
about,
was
like, if there's a time in the future, and everyone knows goth kids is the normal product, and that they can still make, I would say they can make more than one packaging if they want to advertise a different brand and make the company's brand recognizable.
This guy's got
for the
so
product,
many companies he owns.
to put the label on the back. You have to have a
He doesn't
label,
own them.
Goth
He
Kids
just says
Kitchen, on
majority
the back
stockholder.
to say
Yeah.
that it's a partnership with this kitchen, because this is the kitchen
He's the
that
founder.
came up with the brilliant idea, and it could have been done anyway. I can explain. We need the I talked about the ingredients for how to make the broccoli nut, broccoli and granola. You get whatever the resin, and we just need technology to make it like a hard resin kind of chill, like jerky. And you concentrate the sweet part of the broccoli on the leafy, but the little green, the dark green part, the little bubbles of sweet broccoli taste. Concentrate that. That's the concentrate that gets put in the broccoli and broccoli granola, and what it tastes like is high fructose corn syrup too in these, but it's just to make it sweet or kind of juicy, and it's the asparagus and pear juice tastes like a more fruity V8, a fruity kind of V8, sweet V8 with asparagus and pear juice, like a real juicy fruit. And is there dry pudding now? I'm talking about getting like a resin. It's like a pasty, chewy chocolate candy. It comes out like almost like a gummy, but once you break it, it's like a paste, like a resin paste, and it's a chocolate dry pudding that comes with the asparagus and pear juice, like ass juice jerky, and you have the chocolate pudding in it too, in that meal pack. And you making these as ideas,
So
because you have
confusing.
the
What is he
ideas to
talking
make
about?
them, and you're saying the government can have the right to make them. We just want the packaging to make the brand popular. It's free food. If it's the idea is to, the artistic expression is to have free food in the economy, and that's why we would do it, because we're artistic expressions through a food company. And we had a great
Artistic
idea
expressions.
of how to make dried vegetables. So if you wanted to have a meal, a dry meal, there's meat, there's dry fruit. You would make your own original kind of fruit that matches the meat. You make the vegetable match the meat. It's jerky,
An original
and there are
fruit.
these squares in there. And it's an innovative idea that you just need to pick out the resin for it in a lab.
Custom fruit.
Everything's taken care of, man. It's just, you just know what you want to sell. You make what you want to sell.
Yeah, you know, custom.
If no one else is selling what you want to sell, you get a patent. I know.
Get a patent on it, dude.
And I have more ideas. Goth Kid's Kitchen has a line of ideas. I have a prophecy
Goth
that we will
Kid's
get
Kitchen.
into a legal battle with the U.S. government, because some company in the future, or some companies, they want to cut my packaging off of it and use their own packaging. They want to advertise their company or their own company, or how they don't want to associate themselves with us and make the product, because they want to be able to make similar products and things like that or something. And there could be a problem where the government is offered a deal and they try to cut us out of the packaging for our own products, for our ideas for the products. Well, they're not. It's like this is the packaging that we have the rights to. It's associated with us as celebrity artists to your celebrity artists. So what I would want there to be options of doing both packaging.
Holy
and
shit.
have stores have different stores available in different places. Just who gets the contract for what packaging, and on their packaging they have to have a label on the back that says Goth Kid's Kitchen. If we're able to do both packaging, they still have to have a label on the back that makes the brand name that makes this food. They also make bread nuggets. I have an idea for wonton shell cake or pastry or bread, and just for cooking instead of chicken. It's like a vegan food for vegan cooking. That's the artistic expression. Or a Japanese grandma having a Japanese grandma, and you white family, you have a Japanese grandma, and how your kitchen is different from most people's kitchen. And what you eat with your sticky rice, yes, you can get it with curry, stir fry, kitchen toppings, including a can of tuna fish. You can just buy a can of tuna fish there. Or the fruit. I'm bringing fruit, and you can also get tempura, like deep fried vegetables. A Japanese grandma. The idea is to have a menu and offer people to make the store for free. If you make a store that's worth making copies of, have something for my family to be have shares in the stocks, for a Japanese grandma franchise, quarter Japanese was a store, Asian store restaurant, like fast food. Is you get sticky rice all the time. They make sticky rice. I'm
Holy
gonna end
shit.
this because I just wanted to say a couple. Ambrosia, dry fish, egg yolk, sugar cookies, and then I have
The fuck is that list of shit?
a lot different like toys and collectibles, and I even have like a Lego style affordable housing idea for a business. Like you build these large Lego blocks and people can build housing with them.
Fuck yeah. That's a future video that we're definitely gonna check out because yeah, Lego style blocks for affordable housing. I'm gonna watch like one more thing. I can't watch one more of him. I just can't. I can't keep up with it.
Yeah,
it's like,
I know.
It's like what the
It's like explaining the obvious, but it's wrong.
Yeah, and I just can't keep up. And it like
Yeah.
I don't
It
even know what
hurts
to
a little.
say.